Welcome back to Feelings and F-Bombs. I'm Madeline.
I'm Alexis.
And yay, we're here. And it's October for us, but probably Christmas and New Year's for you.
Yeah.
Hence the red and green.
Yeah, not on purpose, actually. But
no, it was on purpose. We're thinking of you always.
Always. We have our Halloween cups. I look like Christmas. We're here for all the
And
holidays.
I look like trash. We're here.
You just have a sweatshirt on. I mean, some podcast people just wear sweats. And I kind of like that.
I like it. It's very easy. It makes my life easier. And it's going to help because my life might get a little hard here soon.
Yes.
Because I'm pregnant.
Woo!
Dun, 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 dun. Woohoo!
Big news.
Big news. You can't tell at all, but I'm about to be in my second trimester in 2 days. Woohoo!
Amazing.
So yeah, that's like the scary part. They always say is like the first trimester because a lot can happen then. And I've been pooping, farting, burping, and peeing a lot. And all of those things hurt my body so incredibly, I don't know.
Much?
Yeah. So incredibly much. At an incredible, intense level.
Pooping?
And
farting? like
anytime that poop is in my bowels or like I have gas in my body. Oh yeah, sorry. Pre-defecation. Pre-burping, like I feel like my whole entire body is going to explode, and it just like makes me nervous. Like I'll start like sweating a little bit, not like actual sweat, but you know whenever you can like feel the sweat forming.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and that's how I've been typically getting woken up at 3 and 4 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah, and no matter when I stop drinking water, doesn't matter. But besides that, you know, everything else is okay. Just tired all the time. I still love pickles, thank God. I'm just eating them at a more ungodly amount.
A lot of pickles?
Yeah, I think I go through like 2 jars of Mount Olive pickles. Oh, I should also note too, like as you can see, this is a brown drink, this is a soda. But the past couple podcasts, we have not been drinking alcohol.
Yeah. We've been fooling y'all.
Yeah, we've been fooling y'all. Yeah, we've been drinking juice and
whatever you had in the fridge. We were like, that kind of looks like alcohol. Pour it up.
And we put it in a little wine glass.
Yeah.
So we got y'all. You are not being punked. I am pregnant. And I also paused my PhD program. And I don't think I'm going to return to that PhD program.
Okay, I was kind of
when
wondering.
I go back.
I think I sort of asked why, and it just seemed like a lot. But why? You're just done? You don't feel like you want it? You don't feel like you need it?
Yeah, the PhD program that I was in, this is not like super interesting, but it was called Industrial Organizational Psychology. And in Europe, that's called work psychology. And I think that just makes more sense. So it's someone who goes in and helps an organization either like strategic plan, if they're going through change management, maybe it's executive leadership training, like all stuff that I like to do. But there's a lot of businessy parts that go into it that I just don't have the brain for. Yeah, I was like, I don't think I actually want this to be my main focus and my main job. And also, you don't need a PhD and those things to go and do those things in organizations. A lot of people who have experience in like human resources, administrative, operation, like the business side of a lot of organizations or even like nonprofit work, they build that knowledge over time and they can do those things. So I originally wanted to get my PhD in counselor education and supervision anyways, because I really want to be a professor for like a master's or a PhD program. And I'd love to be a clinical supervisor, which you also don't have to get a PhD to do that. But a lot of the programs, you get that while you're going through the PhD. And it would be a little bit lesser of time, because the PhD that I was in, I was going in just with like my bachelor's degree knowledge.
Oh, right, your BS.
Yeah, my bullshit PhD, which stands true today. So I had to take a lot more courses. It was going to take me 3.5 years, whereas for a PhD in counselor education and supervision, maybe like 2.5 years. It might take 3 years, just depending on how long I take for my dissertation and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's on pause. And I think whenever I go back, I'm going to switch programs, which I'm more excited for that.
That's good.
So those are my little announcements and updates. Yeah, no, you're right. Those are my really, really big life-changing updates.
Completely no longer doing an entire school thing, which was taking up your evenings.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of time. And now you're just going to be replacing it with a new human.
Yeah.
And like 6 months or whatever.
Even exchange.
Yeah.
PhD
Maybe the
for a
same amount of
baby.
work. Honestly. Maybe not. I don't. We'll see.
Who knows? It definitely was stressful, and that'll be an added layer with a child. But like after we would finish recording, and sometimes we would like wrap up by like 9, even sometimes 10 o'clock, and then I would still have an assignment to turn in by 11.
Yeah.
Which, because I read for my stuff, it wouldn't take me that long to do. Like I would always get them done, but it was, time crunch.
Yeah,
and
it's a lot.
It's been nice to have my evenings back and get to do things that I like and not like be sitting here in this moment stressing about what I have to do after. Like I can be more present.
Yeah.
That's great.
And you have a new job. I mean, it's kind of more like a part-time thing for now, but I don't know how much you want to say about it, but I mean, you have a lot going on.
I know. Yes, I'm super excited. I just got a gig at a private practice. So if you're new around here, I'm also a licensed marriage and family therapist associate. In the current place that I work, I get to see clients, but this one I'll get to see more of a range of clients, if that makes sense. So where I'm currently at, I only get to work with a certain demographic. And so now that I'm at a private practice, I get to work with literally anyone that I want to, anyone that needs help. I can help them. So I'm super excited. Even you.
I'm using your services for free because for about an hour and a half, I just talked to you about my problems. So you know what? I love that you're a therapist. I get to reap the benefits, and that's the best.
And I love that my friends feel so safe to come to me because I also get to respond to y'all how I can't actually respond to clients.
Yeah.
Like I use my knowledge, but then I also get to still be a friend and be like, yeah, this is wild.
Like what you told me. Maybe you need to work on your self-worth a little bit in a kind way that you say
right.
that way. Not in a kind way.
Yeah. Whereas with the client, I would probably like try to get them to come to that realization. Whereas with my friends, I can just
like,
here it is, sister. Yeah.
Well, I actually appreciate that more because I feel like with my therapist, I don't always know what she's thinking, and I kind of want to. Not because I mean, I think it's natural to care what people think about you, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I want her to genuinely be like, this is my easy client, because I don't want to be like the hard client. But I don't want to have to come to my own realizations sometimes. Like, I just want people to tell me, because I'm like, oh my God, I never in a million years would have thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about everything around that, and I couldn't pinpoint it to, like, maybe the soul, like the deep root issue. I'm just like, well, I have a problem here and here and here. Somehow maybe they're connected like this, but then it's like, oh, when you bring it in, it's like, that's the fucking problem. It's all of this. Like, it's just this. So I don't know. I kind of like that. Like I actually, as we were talking, we're veering off track as we do. As I do.
No, we both do it. But again, character.
Yeah. But it's like, that helps because with therapists, sometimes when you're in a therapy session, it's kind of like, they're like, and how, like, would you think that you would go about this? And what might be the best solution? And sometimes it's like, I don't know, dude. You're the trained one. Like, you're the one that knows all the shit. I'm trying to fucking figure it out until I'm here. Like, just tell me, what do you think?
Right.
And probably I should just ask her now that I'm thinking about it, because I've actually been thinking about asking her, like, genuinely, like, what do you think I should do in this situation? Because having someone just straight up tell you is, like, enlightening.
Well, yeah. And I mean, it's just, sometimes it is nicer. And if you're not a person that just like always agrees with what people propose to you, then it can be beneficial. If you're someone who's like, no, like I don't actually think that's what it is, then that can be helpful. But like I've had people ask me, like I've had clients ask me like, well, what do you think about this? And so I, of course, hit them with a question. I would say, well, I could tell you, I don't know if it's going to be your answer for your very specific situation, but how would it serve you by me telling you instead of us like processing through it together? And if they have like a really, really good answer, then sometimes I will. But if it's just like, I can't, then I'm like, okay, then we need to process it a little bit more.
Okay. That's interesting.
So, I mean, like, try it. Why not?
Yeah.
And just see what they say.
I also could see therapists, I don't know if this is true, but like not wanting to do that because it could be like, it could rub people the wrong way, and then they could like reject that thought instead of being like, I came to it, like kind of how when you have like a boyfriend and you need them to like do something for you, so you just like convince them it's their idea. Is that manipulative?
I think we've all done it before. Yeah.
We have to sometimes. Just like, work around it.
Wow, that's such a smart idea. Yeah, oh my gosh.
You totally should do that. How did you think about that? Oh my God.
Yes.
But yeah, maybe therapists are just doing that to us. Like, that is such a brilliant idea. And the whole time they're just like, I've been trying to do this for 4 sessions in a row. Like, we finally got here.
Insider scoop. Yeah. I do feel that way sometimes, but that's okay. Because in my heart, my therapist heart, I'm like, oh, it's such a win. Like, they did it. I knew that they could do it. I knew that they could, you know, like, come to this realization on their own. So to me, even if I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, yes, we got here, I'm like, yes, like, they did it though. Like, they did it. I knew they could do it. And now it's going to be so much more meaningful to them that they actually got here on their own. Yeah. Same thing with your partners.
When they do that thing that you've been like, you should probably do that forever. You're like, yay.
Yeah, actually, hot take. Hot take. Whenever your partner does something that you've been dying for them to do, instead of being like, oh my God, thank God you finally fucking did this thing, be like, oh, wow, oh, this is so amazing. Maybe not like lay it on too thick, but you know what I'm saying? Like, offer them praise.
Just go ahead and pat their head and say, good boy, or good girl. Just go ahead and do that. Hand them a little treat.
Yeah, do that.
Good boy, you boys.
Yeah.
Don't know how we got there, but I actually did see this thing just like relating to that where a girl was on Reddit or something, and she was like, or it was one of those Am I the Asshole things.
Oh, I love those.
And she was like, am I the asshole? Because she was like a dog trainer, and she said she had a boyfriend and would start like bringing him treats, like, so if he like basically to train him to like her or like do what she wanted. I don't remember what it was. Yeah. But if he like did something good, she would just like hand him an M&M and was like training. And then one of her friends like noticed it and was like, you can't do that to a person. And she's like, but it's working. Like,
watch me. Actually, I can.
This person is doing exactly what I need them to do because they're getting rewarded with positive reinforcement.
We can condition people. Yeah. Wild.
So I'm like, not a bad idea. I mean, that's like, it feels kind of manipulative, but also if you're not hurting anyone, I feel like
I was about to say
reinforcement is bad sometimes.
I think the biggest thing is like, if you're not causing harm, and it's not like we're giving this person a family-sized bag of M&Ms, so it's like, it's also not a health issue. It's one M&M is pretty harmless, you know. And also, okay, wait, let me time out. Also, if they're a full adult, brain is fully formed, okay. If it is like a child, I have some qualms. Let's not do that. But like for funsies with another adult, that's
positive reinforcement. That's all it is, right? I mean,
M&Ms, as long as they're not allergic to chocolate,
right?
You're not slowly killing them.
And I mean, hopefully, if you're handing them M&Ms, they would know that they're allergic and would be like, I actually can't eat that. And then
and if they don't, then you know this is not the person to condition.
Yeah, true. Yeah. They don't even know that they're allergic to chocolate. So what kind of world? They're an alien if you haven't had chocolate by an adult age.
Yeah.
Roscoe, what are you doing?
Just living his best life. Living his best life. Oh, he wants to play. Give it up.
We should just start inserting our ads right there.
Yeah. I think it'd be funny if we made like fake ads in the meantime.
Yeah. No, we have ads. We get paid. We got paid 8 cents. I mean, it's still in the account.
We are ballers.
I know.
We are.
I know.
Let's go buy a mansion.
I know. But no, we have a whole 8 cents from people listening and the ads playing, which I don't know why, but I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah. It feels nice.
Yeah.
It feels nice to just feel seen and heard and appreciated.
Yeah. People listened to 8 cents worth of ads just to listen to us. They had to get through those 8 cents worth of ads to keep hearing us talk.
Yeah.
We're special.
So if you've been eavesdropping in on this conversation, thank you.
Yeah.
You 3 people out there are just...
almost 100.
Almost in total, almost 100 people have listened.
Which most of them might be repeat offenders.
Maybe.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, that's fine. So thank you. Thank you.
To our listeners.
Who
support us, love us. So it's spooky season for us, maybe not for them, but everybody likes a little like Christmas time, cold time spooky anyways, because I mean, there's like, what's that one, like Nightmare Before Christmas or something like these things happen.
Nightmare Before Christmas. What's A Christmas Story, Scrooge.
Yeah, people like scary.
Yeah.
So I think it's still fair to talk about like paranormal ghost stories.
Yeah.
You have a good one, so I want to go first because mine's not good.
Okay.
Mine's so short.
Okay, grab your cup of cocoa, people.
Yeah.
Bundle up.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure all the lights are like, you either have them on or off, whatever. If you want to be scared, turn them off.
Yeah.
Whenever I get scared, I like put the blanket over my head like that's going to protect me. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It feels like that makes sense.
Like the ghost is going to see me and be like, Can't get her.
Can't get her. Wow,
girl.
she's protected.
Yeah, she's got the blanket on her head. So my scary story is whenever I lived near our big city.
Okay.
I had a house there. It was a new house, though. I didn't buy it, but I was renting, but it was new. Relatively, like, not one of those houses in the 50s where, like, things are going to be sketchy there. I don't know why the 50s, but whatever.
Yeah.
So
sketchy times.
Yeah, I guess so. There was, like, the living room, kitchen, open concept. And then the master bedroom, the primary was, like, there was, like, not a hallway. It was kind of just, like, a little cutout, like, nook.
Okay.
And then the door was this way. So to walk from the living room, you just kind of go straight towards this nook, and then you turn. That's it. I would always have this, like, shadow that would kind of pass from the wall that was the living room through the nook into the room. And it would be quick, so it was kind of one of those, like, is it just a blur?
Right. Is it just, like, that stress that I'm, like, have you heard of that? Like, if you're really stressed out, you see the shadow in the corner of your eye.
Oh, no, but that makes sense.
Okay.
But yeah, it was kind of like that.
But I like to believe it was a ghost in this
it would always
instance.
Flash, like, really fast. And so it wasn't like it was just there. It was
like movement.
It moved.
Yeah.
And it always, the same pattern went from the wall into the nook, into the room. So anytime I saw it, I was like, I'm not fucking going in that room for hours.
Yeah.
Like, and there was a couple times I would, like, run in there really fast because I didn't like that walkway because I'd see it.
Yeah.
But I never told anyone that because, like, is there really that much to tell? You know? Fast forward, my ex, at the time my boyfriend, was, I think him and I were, like, on a trip or something, so his mom was staying with her dogs. And we come back, and she basically is like, this kind of creepy thing happened, but no, I saw a shadow.
So now it makes it more true.
Yeah, move from the wall into the room, and I, like, almost leapt out here.
Get me out.
And I know, I have goosebumps because
I know.
Because whenever she said that, the feeling that I had of dread, right? Of, like, oh my God, this isn't just me. Because it's so easy to be like, it's just like a flicker, you know, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
But then when someone else verified to me that happened, I was like, fuck no, I hate this so bad. But whoever that was, or whatever energy that was, never hurt me, never did anything else. It was like they were just trapped in this kind of same repetitive thing. So they were nice, I guess. And that's the only ghost experience I've ever, like, that was the worst. But thankfully that thing didn't seem to follow me because, like, who knows if that house
it's very
was built.
Attached to that house.
Yeah.
Then it can stay there.
It can stay there. Hopefully whoever occupies that house doesn't see that and is just living their best life because it did freak me out after she told me. But.
Yeah. Well, and I think, so I'm the biggest scaredy cat, like the biggest scaredy cat, especially talking about paranormal activity, any type of movie with, like, exorcist demons. I was raised Catholic. And so, and, like, my grandmother fully believes in all those stuff. She's had, like, a lot of weird encounters, and at first I didn't believe it, and then, like, now I do believe it. So, Grandma, I don't know if you're listening. I don't even know if you know how to get to here, but if you are here, Mary, thank you. This is all because of you. But yeah, like, that stuff would terrify me. So whenever weird shit would happen, I also would not want to talk about it because I'm like, maybe it's just in my head. And I feel like if I talk about it, then it makes it more real. And I don't want it to be real, you know? So I totally recognize just, like, not telling anyone about it. But then the fact that someone else that stayed in your home was like, hey, so to confirm you're not crazy, there is a spirit of some kind.
I hate that. I hate that.
But based on our knowledge from our friend, it sounds like it was a kind spirit because it wasn't doing anything. It didn't. Right? Isn't that what she said? That's how it works?
Well, I think she was kind of more, there's either angels or demons.
Right.
So if it's not an angel, it's a demon. So I think that, honestly, from what she said, that might have been a demon. Like, there wasn't another option. She also said that there were rules. Like, I guess,
thought it was, like, if you hear something, like, if you hear voices, then that's whenever it's a demon. But if it wasn't that, then it's an angel?
And if it gets cold, like, temperature changes, it could be a demon. She had, like, rules that she had learned in her faith that were,
we need to write them down.
Yeah. What are the rules of demon versus angel? But I feel like an angel wouldn't be trapped in this, like, shadow loop of, like, not being able to leave. And there's, like, theories, right? Our friend's theory, I guess, is more based on, like, her religion. It's trapped.
That's a normal thing that
hated that.
I know.
The air conditioning or something, like, kicked on. And I was like, we are going to die right now.
No, it's a normal thing. So this house, whenever the AC kicks on, our front door like suctions or something. It sounds just like that.
Just like that, yeah.
But
no, it sounded like something in another room fell. Oh, what it sounded like. And I was like, fuck me. I'm leaving right now. You should come with me. We're leaving this house.
No one's here.
You two.
Just us.
Okay.
3.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And you, of course.
And you. All 3 of you.
Yes. Anyways, what was I saying right then?
Different theories.
Oh, yeah. Yes, thank you. So, not another noise. We're creeped out. We're just officially creeped out.
I'm not at all, because these are just such normal sounds in my house. And I think it's just speaking to how fucked up my house is.
There's just so many creaks.
The house is not haunted. We're just,
just creaking.
It was just built early on in life. I'm like almost crying. Because you're like, we're so scared. And I'm like, I'm so embarrassed.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I think all houses do that. Anyways, I think people have theories because I've also seen a theory that yes, a spirit can get trapped in a loop. And so that is kind of what I think maybe happened of that thing was just, maybe it was not a whole spirit. Maybe it was just energy, that kept moving. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's people that think there's sort of this in between where you have to get to the next level and you're trying to get there or something.
Oh yeah, getting to the pinnacle.
Yeah.
I know that's a belief of either a different culture or religion, but I've heard of that one. But it has to do with reincarnation too. But I'm curious with the spirits that get stuck in a loop, that kind of makes me sad, that they can't get out of that.
I like to think it's energy or something.
Okay.
It's not actually their soul. That's what I like to think. I mean,
what's the difference?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I just like to think that there's not a living, well, not living, but a conscious being that is trapped.
I see what you're saying.
It is some sort of energy or repetition of the earth that is just reliving this thing, but nothing is physically having to experience it anymore. That's my hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, I have not died that I know of, unless I am reincarnated and then I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's kind of my theory. And yeah, there are theories of reincarnation and spirits that choose to be here to help you, kind of guardian angels.
Yeah.
Or even family members that will try to help you or show you signs. I know there's people who, if they see hearts out in nature, a heart rock, that's a sign from their loved one, you know?
Yeah.
I actually have on our list of subjects some kind of weird stuff that I believe is happening to me from my spirit team, if you will, guardian angel / maybe deceased loved ones. I'm not really sure. I don't know if we have time to cover that in this one, but some kind of positive good things though. So anyways, but I know you were talking about your grandma and creepy stuff.
Oh,
do you want to talk about it, or is it you want to hush it down so it doesn't?
No.
It's not real.
No, I'm cool with this one at this point. I mean, it was still just a terrifying thing to happen. But whenever I was really, really young, and I don't think it was my mom's preference to leave us with her mom, but it was the best that we got.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. And yeah, and her house was just older. There was a lot of maintenance that needed to be done. I think at that point there was a crack in the foundation where it was almost a whole step going into the kitchen. There was a hole in the roof.
Oh my goodness.
So no one went on that side of the house. But I was
into the kitchen?
Yeah.
You just can't go in the kitchen?
Well, okay, it was the kitchen and then a little dining.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. And it was above the dining area.
Yeah.
So you just kind of want to go over there. But I mostly stayed in the living room anyways. And like I said, it's an older house. So it's one of those houses where I can't remember if it was 2 bedrooms or 3. It might have been 3. But it was all of the bedrooms connected. And then the very, very back was a washroom. And so you could get access. And I think that's how a lot of older homes are, where they're connected in the bedrooms. So luckily the one on the end, everyone had a door out. There was a house that I lived in college where there was a back bedroom, and that person could only get out by going through either one roommate's bedroom or my bedroom.
Weird.
To get to the kitchen or the living room. But yeah, anyways.
God forbid you're trying to have a private moment in your own bedroom, and it's I need to leave. Please let me walk through.
Yeah. So similar setup, kind of. So anyways, I'm laying on the couch and I'm watching, I think, like Norbit. That was like the movie that or like, oh, Nutty Professor. Those were like the two movies that like cycled on this one channel. So I'm watching that, but I can see through one bedroom, like I can see the bedroom into the laundry room, because that's just like how the connections were. And I still to this day, like, I don't know if I was actually awake or if I fell asleep and I dreamt this and then I woke up and just like didn't realize I was awake. I don't know. Because I was really young. I was like 6 or 7, I want to say, maybe even 5, but I don't think. I was very young. What looked like a bride, like floating, and like she had a veil on, she had a white dress, and all she did was like just like go across like the laundry room in the back. And then I think like one more time, but a little closer in the bedroom and like across the doorway. And it freaked me out. And this is also in the middle of the day. Like, this isn't like during nighttime. And I feel like it's harder to get super scared in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
But like those rooms were really dark. And so again, don't know if I dreamt this, don't know if I actually saw this, but I was a child. I didn't know anything about how my grandma's had like some run-ins with spirits before.
Oh,
I had no knowledge of that. And so that happens. It's just me in the house. I think my grandma was like in the backyard or something. And so I like run out of the front yard and I'm just like, I need to get out of that fucking house. And so that's really like all that I remember. Like, I don't remember what I did after that. But then fast forward to years later, I'm in college at this point. And my grandma was staying with my parents in my old-ish room. Me and my brother, like, we had switched rooms, whatever. And she was having a moment with, I don't know if she was like seeing a spirit or what, but it happened in that room. And growing up, whenever I stayed in that room, I hated staying in that room because I always felt like I felt a presence. Ooh. And so whenever I told my mom that, she was like, oh, like, why didn't you ever say that? And I told her because I just like didn't want it to be real. Then I ended up telling her about my experience at my grandma's house. And she was like, okay, well, I don't mean to freak you out, but my mom has talked about seeing something very similar to that in that house. In that house. And so we also think that where their house was built on, like, we think that there just like has to have been something that happened on that land. And like just in the town that we live in, I feel like there's a lot of just historical fucked upness that has happened. And so we think something must have happened, and like that's why. So that house has since been like plowed to the ground. The government built her a different house. And there's this thing that they say, like, whenever there is a spirit in your home, it drains batteries. And all of her fire alarm or like her smoke detectors are always going, oh my God.
Not the alarm going off.
All of her
I am unwell.
I know.
I am not going to sleep tonight.
Yes, we will. We will. All of her smoke detectors go off. And like my dad goes and replaces those batteries all the time.
Weird.
Yeah. So it's like, even though they knocked the house down, that's why we think it's the land. We think it's something to do with the land. But yeah, whenever my mom told me that, I was like, oh, fuck me. No. So since then, we have like saged my mom's house. They've like had their house prayed on. They've done a lot of things. And I will say, like, I don't know what they did, but I don't feel any type of presence in their home anymore.
Okay.
There was a time whenever my parents were out of town and I was basically like watching my grandma for my parents, and so she came and stayed at the house. And there are some weird things that happen whenever my grandma's. I think it is.
It's not the house.
Yeah, I think she is. I think she's just more vulnerable because I don't know if she knows the difference between good and not good spirits. So I think she just treats them all the same, and so I think that makes her a bit more vulnerable to those things. So I know it's not me. I know it's not the house, and that's probably why some people maybe just have more encounters too, is they're just like a bit more vulnerable to those things. And even like our friend was kind of saying how if you're just like more open to certain things, then I mean, it's like people doing Ouija boards and stuff, you know, like they're quite literally inviting. Yes. And then that's why like don't have a doormat that says welcome, because then...
Do I? No, I don't. Okay.
Don't have that. If if you believe in this stuff, like obviously believe what you want. But I've never had a doormat or like a sign that says welcome, because that's like a sign to welcome in spirits of all kinds.
We were talking about how people like might be more susceptible to it. I think that might be true, because like one of our friends, her mom is like that, like has had encounters with like drawers opening, pictures falling off the wall. Yeah, her belief is like, in Jesus' name, like I like rebuke you kind of thing, like get rid of it through Jesus. And
if I get scared, I'll pray.
yeah, honestly, I've been like on a spiritual journey. So right now it's very much, the higher beings, like help me out please right now.
Anyone.
Yeah. Who is listening?
Actually, no, not anyone. Very specific people that work against this.
Yes.
Yeah.
The good ones, please, specifically. But my neighbor is like, she's an older lady. I did not think she was super spiritual, to be honest with you. Like, we do live in this small town. Like, I don't feel like you encounter people who kind of stray away from like the base religion here. And she was like talking to me one day and telling me like these spiritual things. And I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Like, you kind of believe in the same things as me. And then she told me that if you have a snake plant at your doors, it like
repels.
Yeah, it's like something about like only inviting like good energy and spirits in and things like that. And I was like, that's really weird. I feel like I had kind of an intuitive way of knowing that, because by both of my doors I have snake plants.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I like walked in my house and I was like, that's really weird that I did that, like intuitively or something. Yeah. Which, granted, I can't keep a lot of plants alive. So like the snake plants stay alive.
Are they easy? Oh.
Yeah. And they grow, so like I can.
Do they sell them at Walmart?
Probably. They're not like the most beautiful. They're like, that's fine, little, like they have like little pointy stems that just come out like this. Oh, okay. But they stay alive. Yeah. You don't have to do anything to them ever. Like, they just survive. This month I did do a weird, I don't want to call it weird, but I did like where you blow cinnamon into your house on the first of the month. Oh. And it's supposed to help with like good fortune and like I think financially specifically.
Oof, I need bottles.
Yeah. I think I said this on the last episode we released, so it would have been episodes ago. Okay. But I've been like talking with a lawyer and like figuring out stuff with my ex. And I just felt with all of the like financial things that were happening, it can't hurt, right? Yeah. So
what, you just got a little cinnamon on your floor?
Exactly.
What's the harm?
Yeah.
And I think cinnamon's okay for dogs.
I think it's actually not that good for them, but it was such a small amount that I blew dust in. And right now there's 4 animals on my house. I sweep every day of my life. Like, well, it's really my little vacuum thing runs, but
it's you.
Yeah.
You have to make sure it's charged. Clean it. Have to,
yeah, so it's
so much.
But yeah, that thing runs every day. I put that thing to work. But yeah, I mean, I think like I kind of am interested in the demon thing. I wish I knew more about it, because it's fascinating to me. And I think in general, like people's beliefs are fascinating. Like I'm always really open to talking about people's like belief systems, because it seems to me like they're always rooted in like some kind of like similar foundation. And I find that to be fascinating, because like when you really break it down, there's so many similarities. And I like to know like, well, then what are the like very specific rules you believe are true and why? And like, I just think it's really interesting. But changing topics a little bit, we're going to lighten the mood. Because talking about demons and...
so flick your lights on or turn them off if you were uncomfortable. We're now going to wind down a bit. Yeah. You are listening to 104.1 with Alexis and Madeline, slowing it down for you tonight. What is some weird shit you did as a kid?
So I don't remember this because I was a baby. Okay. But apparently when I was
you've like, been weird.
Been weird.
Been weird.
Born a freaking weirdo. And actually this makes me sad now, because I'm very against hurting creatures. But I know I
would love to hear where you're going.
I started
with
this off weird. I guess when I was in diapers and like learning to potty train, I would be walking around in my diaper and I would find a cricket, pick it up, pluck its legs off, put it in the toilet, pee on it. Why did I do that?
Oh my god, Alexis.
Why did I do that?
Oh my god.
But I guess my mom was like letting it fly because it was helping me pee in the toilet.
How cute. So whenever we talked about giving your partner M&Ms, maybe just give them a cricket to pee on.
I don't know.
With no legs.
Yeah. What the fuck was up with me? One time my mom, so I had this friend that my mom didn't love, and I was young, like definitely elementary school. I don't know exactly when. It would have been before 3rd grade because I was living in a different town at this time. My mom had told me, like, when I'm not home, don't let this girl in the house because she just didn't really like her. And I was home alone, but like this was the time when you could go play in the yard and it was fine.
Yeah.
And even though I was in 1st and 3rd grade, and probably shouldn't say that out loud, like whatever, it's fine. But I took that so fucking seriously. That one time,
my mom said, you cannot come in the house.
You cannot come in the house. And she goes, well, you know what? I really have to poop really bad. And I said, I don't care. You're
shit outside.
Loud. That's what I did. And this girl had to take a shit on the side of my house like a fucking animal because I was such an asshole. What is wrong with me? Oh my God. I took that so literal.
Oh my God. Did you ever tell your parents?
Yeah.
And were they like, we're proud of you, baby?
No. My mom was
tell
appalled. She was like,
you're like, you did this.
Yeah, she was like, I did not mean literally she cannot come in the house to use the restroom. And I was like, I don't know. That's what you told me.
Just sticking to the facts, lady.
Listen, you said don't let her in. I didn't. I stood my ground, even as she shit upon the house.
And I looked her in the eyes as she was shitting.
I probably was there. Like, what did I do?
You're probably like, yeah, that's right.
I know.
Yeah, that's right.
Seriously.
Go faster. Oh, it's not even whole?
Yeah.
You can't even take a whole poop?
No,
it's liquid?
It's diarrhea because you literally had to shit that bad. Sucks to suck. Like, what?
Wow, it's explosive. It's on the walls now. Oh.
What? God, listen, girl. If for some fucking reason you hear this, I'm so fucking sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Oh my
I don't know why I did that.
Do you remember her name?
Yeah, but I don't want to say it.
Ow.
Donna. I'm so fucking sorry,
Donna, if we ever have merch, we're sending you a box.
Literally, yes. I owe it to you. Unless you did end up stealing my fucking pearl necklace, because I still haven't found that. And that was around the same time. And that was from my grandma. Donna, if you have that, give it back. Please. It was from my great grandma.
And we'll still give you a box of some sort.
Sure.
And if we don't have merch, it's just going to be a box of random shit that we have in our house.
And you know what? It'll be like a mystery box.
Yeah. I have a lot of Bath and Body Works. Some of it might be half used.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyways, you have any weird shit? Please help me not feel so alone.
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking.
Oh, another one while you're looking. I definitely thought I could control lightning at one point.
Oh.
And there was a lightning storm, and I would be like... Literally. And I would be like... And I remember turning to my mom and being like, see? It was a lightning storm. There was lightning every 5 seconds. I also thought I could talk to cats. I'm really outing myself right here. But yeah, I would like see a stray cat and I would just be like, God damn, what's wrong with me? Like, meow. And it would go meow back. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow. We're here. We're mind melding.
And the amount of times I seriously sat there trying to like telepathically turn my light on and off or something.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of the telepathic stuff, I can't remember how old I was because I also did that where I was like, I want to control this light or like this storm or because I had such bad silent ADHD and I didn't know that I had silent ADHD. Whenever I would sit in class and I would actually be focused, in my head I was like, wow, I can like predict what my teacher's saying, but really it was just me like actively listening and retaining knowledge. But because that was not my norm and it was like me looking at whatever shit like decorations around the classroom or looking at people's hairline or like, you know, the way their hair's parted.
Balding.
Yeah, looking at like peeking over kids' stuff and like looking at their handwriting. I thought that whenever I was paying attention in class that like I was, what is it, like psychic?
Like predicting, yeah. Wow.
So a lot of like telepathic, like thinking I was psychic, but really I'm just like understanding how the world works.
Yeah.
But I want to think that I'm controlling it, which is also like normal. Like kids want to have a lot of control over certain things at a certain age. So I don't know what age range that is. And also like it could just be like a maturity level thing too.
I think kids also, at least in what it sounds like, they want to have powers, like superpowers.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that's a theme.
Yeah. And that's a normal thing too. I think it's just like trying to have a sense of autonomy, but if you're like 8 years old, it's kind of hard, and that autonomy is going to look different than like an 18-year-old. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a lot of telepathic shit too. Not the weirdest shit that I've done, though. So I remember whenever I was at a daycare, so I had to be, I don't know, 6. I had this purple sweater, and I loved it. Was this lavender sweater, and I loved this sweater. It was my favorite sweater. And I remember the edges got like wet after I washed my hands, and then I went outside and I was like playing in the dirt, essentially. Like there was no grass, it was just dirt, and dirt got on my sleeve, and I don't know why this thought flooded my brain, but I was like, I want to suck the dirt off of my sleeve. So I sucked the dirt off, and I was like, ooh, it's kind of sweet. Mind you, I think it was because of the snack that we had that day. Okay. That was also on my sleeves. Okay.
You were dirty over here.
I just had again, ADHD. And also, like, I just had all of my, like, I needed sensory input. Like, the bright lights, the screaming, like, none of that stuff bothered me. So I was just all over the place, too, because, like, I didn't care if my body, like, hit things or if my outfits got dirty or any of that stuff. So I am thinking that this dirt is sweet. So I am now sucking the dirt out of my sleeve.
No, like it's like the
sucking
fun dip.
Yeah.
It's fun dip.
I am fun dipping my wet sleeve with the dirt, and all of a sudden, eventually the dirt starts to taste like shit.
Like dirt.
Like terrible. And I'm like, oh, like what is, but I'm thinking, okay, like maybe it was just that patch. So I'm going to other little spots and sucking dirt out.
Your teachers are like, what the fuck?
I don't think either they were just like, what the fuck? We're not dealing with this today. Because I was also like, the really cute, tiny girl that looked like a doll, and they'd like to play with me like a doll. So I think they were just like, we're going to let her have this thing. So no one, I didn't get called out for it. No one said, stop eating that dirt. I don't even know if they actually knew what I was doing.
They were gossiping in the corner.
Probably.
They didn't even know what you were doing.
Yeah, probably. So that's like a weird thing that I did. This next one, I was kind of older.
Oh no.
I was in middle school. So like pretty aware of what I was doing. And I was always like the person that was just like making people laugh. Like I was doing random shit, whatever. And so, like I said, I grew up Catholic. And so we went to a Catholic camp in the summertime. And so we're like walking through nature and all this stuff. And I don't know why, for whatever reason. Oh, this was my era of wearing like Aeropostale tight shirts and basketball shorts.
Yeah.
With my, they weren't Vans, but they were like slip-ons, and they were black with white skulls.
Okay.
Oh my God, I was killing it.
Fashionista.
Killing the fashion game.
Oh.
Yeah, and the basketball shorts were my brother's that he outgrew. Because I just wanted to be just like him, but with my own flair, my own little razzle dazzle on them, you know? So I take my basketball shorts that probably go to like my calves. My shirt's tight, so I don't have to like tuck it in, and I pull my pants up. Probably got a Camille going on, but I'm so young that I just like don't understand that. And then boys aren't like, ooh, a camel toe. Like, you're just like, oh, she has her pants pulled up. So I have my pants pulled up, and I am talking like Urkel from Family Matters and walking like Urkel. Mm-hmm. I would do these little bits here and there, but people liked it so much, I had to do it the whole camp.
You became Urkel.
I became Urkel. This was a week-long camp.
No.
Whenever I try, it was like after like that day passed, and I was like, okay, I can like go back to just being myself. The morning that I show up without my pants hiked up, without walking like this around the camp, people go, oh, where's Urkel? And I'm like, oh my God, I have to perform.
Yeah,
the people want what the people want.
Yes.
So I kept this act up for a week. Middle school. I was in middle school. I was, what is that, 10 years old, 11 years old?
Yes.
And I don't think I've ever told anyone outside of the people that went to that camp with me.
There are people at that camp that don't know you as an adult now.
Nope.
And it's like, you remember that random Urkel?
Remember that weird ass little girl?
What is it called?
That looked like she was 6?
Impersonator. And Urkel, y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Urkel.
And I didn't know any line from Family Matters by any means, except for the, did I do that? So that was my only line.
Yeah.
And people were rolling around every time, and I was so fucking over it.
Oh my God.
But I did it because I was a people pleaser, damn it. And I didn't know how unhealthy it was.
And you didn't. But
And
you were hilarious, and you were getting attention. Mm-hmm. And at that age, sometimes kids do weird shit for attention.
Yeah.
We don't judge.
Oh yeah, the weirdest shit. So on a smaller scale, I'll just like rattle these ones off really quick. Other weird things that I did whenever I was really young, pretending to be blind.
What?
I remember I was so young doing weird shit.
I don't know what you're going to say, but I think I do. I don't know.
I've never said this out loud, so it's so much funnier.
What?
It's so humiliating. Pretending to be blind at a grocery store. It's so messed up. That is so messed up. I was so young though.
What?
But you know, kids will do the randomest shit to get attention. I think it was one of those times. So I was just pretending to be blind. And I'm sure because I'm not blind at all, that people are just like, this little shit is so offensive right now. This person doesn't know what they're doing.
So were you just walking around like...
I didn't have my arms out. No, I wouldn't have my arms out all the time, but I would just like, if my mom would say something, I wouldn't like look right at her. I would look like this way.
Did she know what you were doing?
I don't know.
Like, you fucking bitch, look at me in the eyes.
I can't remember. I think she like just knew that I was doing something weird, but because I wasn't executing properly, she just like thought, I don't know what she's doing, just going through something. But like I would, whenever we would like grab something off the shelves, I would like kind of feel around.
Oh my God.
And it's not like there's Braille on them or anything. Yes. So yeah,
okay.
It was just...
I love this one so much because I haven't done the exact same thing, but the amount of weird fucking shit I know my parents had to go through.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared to have a child and deal with this fucking weird shit. What are they doing?
Bro.
What are we doing?
Oh my gosh. And then something like on a smaller scale, we didn't have, I don't know, we were more like crayon marker kids, but we never had like paint. Also, again, I did not have a lot of sensory sensitivities, so I was just a messy kid, so I think that's why my parents didn't trust us with paint. So I would get my nail polishes and I would paint on sticky notes. And then lastly, do you remember Polly Pockets?
Yeah.
Do you remember how their stuff was like gummy? Like all their little, I would like chew on the clothes. I think that's pretty normal.
I think that's normal.
Same with like the grippers.
Yeah. Like in eating Play-Doh, hopefully other people have done that.
I never did that, but I know of a lot of people that did. I just didn't like the texture.
Yeah, it tasted like weirdly salty.
Yeah.
And now, whenever I eat Mexican rice from like specific restaurants in our town, I'm like, this tastes like Play-Doh. This is exactly the Play-Doh.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, those were hilarious. All of those, actually. I'm like, I have so many memories that I don't think I can handle a child right now. I think I would get secondhand embarrassment so fucking bad. Like, I'm so embarrassed for you that one day you're going to be an adult and have to remember you did this.
Dude, honestly, I can't wait. Like I cannot wait for our kid to do like the silly, absurd things. And yeah, I'm sure like some things I'll probably be mortified with, but I just can't wait because they are funny stories. Like, were some of my things offensive? Specifically the blind thing. Absolutely. I didn't know, and I didn't say what I was doing out loud, so I just looked like I was a little kid in the grocery store doing some weird ass shit because I wasn't executing. But if I would have like said those things out loud, different conversation with my mom for sure.
Yeah,
would have got my ass whooped probably.
Really?
Probably. That's so fucked up. Or just like saying off the wall shit.
Okay, sit down right here.
I'm so sorry. Oh God. I'm so sorry. No, Rasco.
He licked my mouth and my ear.
Okay. Hey.
I just made out with your dog.
And he probably loved every second.
Oh my God. No. Everything is calm. All is calm.
Yes.
All is bright.
Round young virgin. Yes,
well,
I'm a
you're
virgin.
Not the virgin. We know that.
I'm a virgin. Devin and I have not had sex. This is the prophet.
You're Mary?
I am.
Oh my God.
I am. Mary the Virgin. And this is our child. Jesus.
Jesus?
Yeah.
My Lord and Savior?
Jesus de Cristo. Okay, well, we hate to interrupt this regularly scheduled programming, but we come to you from the future because we forgot to record the outro, or we lost it. We're not sure.
No idea where that went. We just were editing it and realized it has gone into the void. So we are now telling you guys thank you so much for watching.
We really appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe or follow. Share this podcast with your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, maybe people that need to hear some of these messages. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. My name's Madeline.
My name's Alexis.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.